Welcome back, folks, to another Today's Angler Musky Tip video. And today we're going to show you how to replace the spreader bar on, you guessed it, my favorite topwater lure of all time. Now this one, it's in pretty good shape or whatever, but regardless, we're going to show you anyway how to replace this and actually how to make a new one as well. For those of you that don't know, all my lures have a lifetime warranty for the life of the bait. What does that mean? Well, basically, if it doesn't work, I'll make it work for you. And if you, say you wear the bait out, meaning it's not going to run anymore, you've probably caught enough fish on it. Maybe you could buy another. But if you're going to hassle me on it, I'll give you another one too, if it's worn out. At any rate, let's start by being safe about this. The first thing we're going to do is remove all of the hooks. That's, obviously you don't want to stick a hook in yourself when you're on a hot bite or whatever, or any time for that matter. So we'll just pull these off quick. And look, I don't even have the same hooks on this thing. It's actually pretty janky looking here. So it'll be good to switch this thing up, put some new hooks on here, and actually I do want the split rings too. We'll pull those off. Okay, now we've got a nice safe way to do this. Okay, so most FLAPTAILs, by the way, do not have interchangeable or replaceable spreader bars, so that is one saving grace of a somewhat expensive lure. Okay, so the next step, this is really important. You're going to need a number 1 bit Phillips screwdriver. And I prefer one that's pretty substantial, heavy duty, because you got to apply a lot of force to get this thing in properly. Okay, so we'll move these out of the way. And obviously, we're going to go to the spreader bar. And that screw, we're going to push down hard. Lefty loosey, tighty righty, and even a driver is even nicer, a drill, but we're just going to do this in the boat so we don't have a drill. So we'll get that screw backed out. And by the way, why is it important to have a number 1 bit? You do not want to strip this screw out. However, usually if you order, or I shouldn't say order, if you call me, you need a replacement one of these, I'll send it to you free of charge. I will also send you the screw as well. And that way, in case you strip the screw out, because often you gotta tighten it back up after you catch a bunch of fish on it. Okay, so we've removed that spreader bar like so. This one's actually a little short. I don't know why I accidentally made a short one day. But we'll get rid of that and we'll keep all the parts here. We've got a small cup washer. We've got the other cup washer that's got the metal cutaway to seat it in there. Okay, so we'll leave that over here. And like I said, if you need a new spreader bar, I can send you one in the mail. It'll come just like this. And but you know what? I'm going to show you how to make one as well. It's really simple, really easy. All I use is a 12-inch 051 wire shaft that actually I buy these pre-looped on one end like so. The next thing you're going to need is a round nose pliers. And this one happens to be called, I think, a bail pliers for like making, I don't know, bail wire. I don't know what, I guess, I don't know. It's for lure making as far as I'm concerned. As you can see, it's got different steps here. We're going to make this one here for our loop. This is the one we're going to use for our loop. All right, so we're going to make the spreaders about yay long. I don't know how long yay is. That's about 3.5, 3.25 inches or so. First, we're going to take the wire and push it around like so. All right, and then we're going to take the eyelet that's already bent. We're going to lay it on the edge of the table. And we'll take the tag end and bend that around as far as we can go that direction. And we're going to flip the plier like so, and then bend it the rest of the way. And there we go. Nice and simple, just like that. We're just going all the way around, one full rotation basically. And then we'll close it up a little bit so we can figure out how long to make the other side. So right about there is even. And at this point, it's just like bending a bucktail wire. We're going to bend it slightly back towards us, 45 degrees. And we're going to take this and go all the way around like so. And then we're going to lay it on the table again and finish that eyelet like so. Then we'll take and go sideways with the plier onto the loop. We're going to bend that with my thumb to start it. Then we'll pivot around to my index finger, stick it inside, and then you can just go the rest of the way. About a wrap and a half, that's really about all you need. Take our Nip-X, snip it off. So then the last step, we'll take a regular needle nose pliers, hold it right in the middle like so, and then we're going to bend this up towards us and bend this up towards us. And basically, that will give you, that's probably about a 45-degree angle from the flat loop heading down, so that way it would be hanging down underneath the bait like so. Okay, well, let's begin the reinstallation here. All right, so the next step, we'll take our spreader bar, we'll grab our hardware that we had before, which is the screw and the cup washers, and we're going to put that up through like so. We're going to grab the bait, get it started by hand, and as you can see, that wood has, it kind of, it gets worn, it ends up sinking in and conforming to it. Every now and then you're going to have to tighten these up because they will come loose. All right, so we won't worry about it. We'll just crank this thing down like so. Having this on a drill would be quicker, but not a big deal. Okay, and before you get too tight down, you want to think about that washer. So it's got the two little cuts out of it. Let me see where they are. Okay, there we go. So that's seated on each side of that cup washer. One side, the other side, you can see that side, it fits in there really nice. So we'll center that. Okay, now here you got to put a lot of pressure once you get down to the wood. Okay, so we're close. You can see that's indented a little bit. That's not a big deal. That's what's so awesome about working with wood, is that it's so resilient. Okay, and now I'm pushing down really hard on this screwdriver to make sure, get that nice and tight. We don't strip that screw like so. All right, got some new spreader bars on there. I like about a 45-degree angle back, and I like about a 45-degree angle out as well, just like so. All right, and then we'll grab our split ring pliers, get our hook back on. That's a 7/0 Mustad 3551 on the front of this bait. The business end where they usually eat it. Boom, on like that. And we'll use these old split rings, are fine, and we've got a brand new set of Chaos Black Trident trebles. And I'm telling you what, these things are even sharper than like Gamakatsu trebles. They are so sharp. This is a 2/0 size. I don't know if I said that. Just be really careful with these hooks. They are deadly sharp. All right, we'll pull the split ring off this old old hook here, just like so. Grab our new black trident. And these are available on the Chaos Tackle website from, I think, size 1/0 all the way up to 8/0, I believe. All right, like so. Just like that, we are dialed for another 10, 15, perhaps 20 fish. I do like to replace these after, 10 to 15 fish is kind of a good rule of thumb. And since we're here, I could show you one other modification to this bait. This bait is a very subtle bait. It just kind of plops. Doesn't make a whole lot. You get some metallic noise here, but one more little tip I'm going to show you how to get more metallic sound out of this bait. 1 second. All right, so the next thing we're going to do to make a little more metallic sound out of your Lee Lures FLAPTAIL, you're going to pull this screw out of the back, like so. Oh, that one's actually a long one. Okay, so that screw does nothing. It's cosmetic. It's actually where I screw it into the paint stick so I can paint it. But one other thing you can do is you can take, this is an 1¼ pan head. It doesn't matter. This is an 1¼ screw, size 4 by 1¼ inch. And we're going to put that in there. Going to hand tighten it a little bit, like so. There we go. Maybe give it another half turn with the screwdriver so it's in tight, like so. And now this will actually make a lot more metallic noise. It's going to hit that screw, and you'll get that metallic sound like that. It will still bang off of this as well. But some people, I know a lot of people that have bought my FLAPTAILs, they message me and they say, hey, my bait's not doing anything. It's a very subtle bait, and that's how I like to use it. But if you want a little more metallic sound out of it, that's all you got to do to add that deal right there. Okay, there you have it. That is how you replace and also make the spreader bar for the Lee Lures FLAPTAIL. And if you want a more metallic sound, add that little screw like so. If you'd like to see more instructional videos like this, all you got to do is go down to the how-to section on our YouTube channel here. And we've got a whole list of videos you can check out there, and we'll be doing more as we go here. So please click the subscribe button. That would be awesome. And folks, throw a topwater lure. You owe it to yourself. See you on the next video.